Are you struggling to find balance in your life? Do you feel like you're constantly juggling responsibilities for family, health, and work? Many people struggle to find that elusive work-life balance, which can be a constant source of stress and frustration. And that's where the four burners theory comes in. This theory suggests that in order to be successful, you have to cut off one of your burners. And in order to be really successful, you have to cut off two. But what is the true meaning behind this theory? And do you really need to cut off certain areas of your life in order to master others? In this video, we will answer all these questions. We'll start with a brief overview of the four burners theory, and we'll cover 5 specific strategies you can use to implement this concept. Now, if you enjoy the content of this video, then please help us out by taking a few seconds to hit the like button and then subscribe to our channel. Let's begin with a quick definition. What is the four burners theory? The idea behind this concept comes from a New Yorker article written by David Sedaris in 2009. Sedaris talked about imagining a stove with 4 burners. The first burner represents your family, which consists of your immediate relationships and those you care for deeply. The second burner is your friends, your social life, and the bonds you form with others outside your family. The third burner relates to your health, both physical and mental, reflecting the importance of self-care and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. And finally, the fourth burner represents your work, encompassing your career goals, financial stability, and professional development. The point of this theory is to help you find work-life balance by identifying and prioritizing the 4 key areas of your life. To be truly successful in one area, you may have to sacrifice or limit your focus on others. In essence, you might have to reduce the flames on 1 or 2 burners in order to maximize your results with another. Quick side note, if you don't like the idea of limiting your focus for any areas of your life, then we'll talk about a simple solution in strategy number 4. Okay, let's dive into the different strategies to implement the four burners theory. Strategy number 1, know your season. These are seasons of life where you'll have different priorities than other periods of life. The work season can represent a time of intense focus and dedication, where individuals must prioritize their work goals and push themselves to achieve success. This season may require long hours, hard work, and a great deal of sacrifice. On the other hand, when you're younger, you might have more time to focus on your health and making friends. Recognizing your current season means being honest with yourself about your priorities and commitments. It means taking the time to evaluate what is most important to you right now and making sure that your time is spent accordingly. As an example, let's say you're a medical student. This season will require long, grueling hours where you're working long hours, sacrificing time spent with friends and family. You might even be sacrificing your health along the way by not getting enough sleep. But you also know that this season will be over soon. Then you'll have more time to spend on the other burners in life. The key point here is to accept that your focus on each burner will inevitably shift over time. Realize that priorities may shift as you progress through life. So it's okay to allow yourself the flexibility to emphasize different burners when necessary. Strategy number 2, assess your priorities. Next, you should determine which burners are most important to you at this current stage of your life. Take a careful look at each of the 4 burners to determine what is the most important to you right now, not 5 years from now. Except that you may not be able to give 100% to all aspects of your life all the time. Adjust your expectations and mindset to allow yourself flexibility in balancing your burners, understanding that it's okay to make temporary sacrifices in one area for success in another. Strategy number 3, create boundaries. After identifying your priorities, you should set clear boundaries to help maintain balance between each of the 4 burners. For example, you may decide to focus on work from Monday to Friday and dedicate weekends to family and friends. Similarly, you could block out specific hours on your calendar each day for exercise and self-care. Furthermore, here is a list of different ways to create boundaries for focusing on your top burners. Learn to say no to unnecessary commitments. Designate specific times for work and non-work activities. Use technology to your advantage by setting email and phone boundaries. Create a dedicated workspace to separate work from home life. Establish clear communication with your employer and colleagues about your boundaries. Set specific work hours and stick to them as much as possible. Avoid bringing work home with you, both physically and mentally. Set boundaries with friends and family to avoid overcommitting. Take advantage of flexible work arrangements if available, such as working from home or adjusting your schedule. Avoid multitasking and focus on one task at a time. As you can see, setting boundaries will force you to say no often. So if you don't know how to do this, then check out our video about the 5 ways to say no to people. Strategy number 4, integrate different burners. Here's an interesting strategy you should consider. One thing you can try is to integrate the different burners to maximize your time and energy. In other words, you should look for opportunities to combine aspects of your life, such as engaging in activities that involve both friends and family, or finding ways to incorporate exercise and social time into your work routine. This way, you're not sacrificing one burner entirely for the sake of another, but rather using creative methods to keep all burners lit at various levels. Here are a few specific examples of how this would work. If you have kids, you can plan a vacation with friends who also have kids. If you own a business, you can look for ways to include family members into day-to-day operations. If you like exercise, you can do it with close friends or family members, or you can join a local club or CrossFit gym and make new friends. Hopefully these examples help spark some ideas about how to incorporate multiple burners in your life. Strategy number 5, be flexible. The final tactic is actually the most important, being flexible. It's crucial to recognize that your priorities may change over time, and being adaptable is key. Embrace a flexible mindset and be prepared to shift your focus among the 4 burners as necessary. This will enable you to achieve balance in different stages of your life. By embracing the 4 burners theory, you can gain a better understanding of how to balance your roles and priorities in life. Remember to continuously reassess your priorities, create boundaries, and stay flexible as you strive for work-life balance. Now, if you found this topic to be interesting, then be sure to check out our video about the top 5 regrets of the dying. And if you enjoyed the content of this video, then please help us out by taking a few seconds to hit the like button and then subscribe to our channel.